Hi, I'm Julia's mom, and I just found out she was diagnosed with bilateral profound hearing loss, and she was referred for genetic testing, and the results concluded that she has Connexin 26.
Hi, Ms. White. I'm Maddie McMillan, and I'm going to tell you a little about Connection 26 and the paths that your child can take with Connection 26. Connection proteins are called gap junction proteins, and these make it possible for cells to communicate with each other. So, without the lack of these proteins, it causes bilateral profound hearing losses. It has been noted that over 90 mutations of hearing losses occur in the GJB2 gene. Do you
Okay,
have any concerns?
I do actually. I have some about wanting her to be maintain her identity in the deaf culture, and I'm torn with what I should do and what options are available to her.
Okay, well, the first option that I typically recommend would be cochlear implants. These are the only medical treatments available for this type of hearing loss. So, if you were to choose this route of cochlear implants, early intervention is definitely key to this. Delaying treatment for this type of profound sensory neural hearing loss will make it so that the child is unable to develop normal spoken speech and language skills, even with a cochlear implant.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit more about what they are? I haven't really known anyone in the past with an implant.
Sure. Um, a cochlear implant is a surgically implanted electronic device that it provides a sense of sound to a person who's profoundly deaf or severely hard of hearing. If you implant early enough and intense therapy is followed, like I said earlier, the success rates of a cochlear implant are extremely high. It's an outpatient surgery. It typically lasts 5 hours, and they typically go out that day or the next day. And then after 1 to 4 weeks of healing, the implant can be activated and the electrodes can be turned on. We've had many handouts on from MedL and Advanced Bionics, which are two really great websites about cochlear implants, and they can go further detail about the cochlear implants. If you needed anyone to talk about that, you can also look at recipients of a cochlear implant and get their personal story from it. And there's a lot of videos on the websites as well. I would personally recommend the MedL because they're more up to date on technology and they have wireless cochlear implants, which is better for a young active child so they don't have to worry about the cord falling off or falling down their shirt and all that.
Okay, and so after receiving the cochlear implant, I was hoping she would still be able to be a part of the deaf community. Is that still a possibility?
If you wish for Julia to be a part of the deaf community, it's definitely very possible. Your child can be part of the deaf community by learning American Sign Language, ASL, and immersing themselves in the deaf cultures through deaf functions and by interacting with other deaf children. Immersion is key for them to be able to learn ASL, especially. I want you to know that your child being deaf is not a limiting factor to their social and education. Julia can reap the benefits of living in both the hearing and deaf worlds. She also can be taught in both spoken English and sign language, something that is called bilingual and bicultural education, or BiBi, which is something that I would highly recommend that you look into. Do you have any questions about BiBi or do you know anything about it?
Um, it sounds like something I'd really be interested in, and I think Julia could benefit a lot from it. Can you tell me more about it?
Yeah, this method of education provides a child with a fully visual language, giving them access to language through sight rather than relying on hearing, which in Julia's case would be provided by the use of cochlear implants. Students using ASL can be mainstreamed and they use interpreters. Plus, using this method would make it effortless teaching the child to speak because spoken English can be more easily acquired. All of this can be aided with the involvement of you, Mrs. White. We have noticed that parent involvement is definitely key in the development of a child's language skills. We recommend you learning ASL sooner rather than later in Julia's life so you'll already have the knowledge of it acquired by the time she's ready to learn it. This will be a prime form of communication for her to use. Family involvement is considered more important than speech therapy alone because a child's needs can be constantly reinforced with the use of language skills in the house and like daily activities. Since we offered Bye Bye as an option, sign language and oral communication should be used equally. There shouldn't be a stronger used one. It's more important that you balance them out. This will be open up more opportunities for involvement in both communities. Studies have shown that deaf children who use Bye Bye have higher literacy scores due to constantly being immersed in language in all of its forms. I hope that these ideas have informed you and about what Connection 26 is and the options that are available to cope with it. Do you have any questions?
No, I think you got most of them already. I want to thank you for taking the time to explain, what Connection 26 is and all the options that are available to Julia.
Well, thank you.
Okay, thanks, and I'll follow up.